everyone. Remember me? Hello. Welcome. My name is Candace. I have probably completely forgotten how to make a floss tube at this point, but I think this is Flosstube 114. I may be completely wrong. My planner is, I can't even talk apparently. My planner is buried in my projects. There it is. Let's see if we can figure out where we were at. So the last time, it's been a while, like since July. Yes. So this is Flosstube 114. So how's everybody been? My space has not changed a whole lot. It might look a smidge messier. But I haven't really been down here a whole lot. I ended up spending the majority of my summer outside. And then into fall. I was just very into being outside in my flower beds, hanging out with my family in the pool. And I just kind of wasn't crafting at all. I wasn't stitching. If I'll show you my planner, and it's sad. It's really sad. I think last year I stitched probably every single day of the year. And I was pretty much on track for that this year until July hit. And it just didn't, I don't know. My stitchy bug was gone. I wasn't really knitting. I sewed a little bit after the quilt retreat, but yeah. So I spent a lot of time in my flower beds. I'm sad because those are all done, and the only thing I have left to do for fall is to I'm going to rake all of the like wood chip mulch that you get from, like, we got ours from Menards. I'm going to just start using like a dark compost, and then my husband and I are going to start composting next year, like all of our grass clippings and leaves and stuff, so that we don't have to buy compost. We can just make it ourselves and then use that as a top dressing in our flower beds. So really, he's just doing it to appease me, I guess. He probably thinks I'm a little crazy, but whatever. So let's see, the quilt retreat. Way back in July, I went with Janet and her sister Annette, and we joined Jenny, who is the one that organized the entire thing. I believe there were 12 of us. And somehow we did not get a picture of all of us, but I had a blast. I showed pictures on Instagram. And at some point, probably not in this video, because I don't want it to be a million years long. I have my stack of what I finished. Not fully finished. Like, they're quilt tops, but they're not full quilts yet. But I have my stack over there, and I will figure out a place to record where I can actually stand up and show them. Because in here, I could stand back there, but then I have to move my chair out of the way, and part of my sewing table's in the way. So it will just be easier if I can, like, do it upstairs. And I don't have a ton of time for this video today because my youngest will be home in about an hour. And then my oldest will be home in about an hour and a half. So, that is something new. When the kids started school, we put Evan into a different school. He joined the high ability program, still in our school district, but just at a different elementary school. He's doing so much better. He needed that academic challenge. So his class is 4th, 5th, and 6th graders. So he needed that. Owen is still at Lake Hills. He's in 6th grade. He'll be a middle schooler next year. I'll pop their school pictures in up here because holy cow, where did my little kids go? These are awful, although adorable, preteen monsters. And of course their teachers are like, oh, they're amazing. Every single morning and every night is just awful. which is kind of another reason that I haven't like felt the drive to film, is just because I'm exhausted after dealing with them. And today was perfect. I worked for a few hours and I came home and I was like, today's the day I can record. I literally just like shoved everything out of my way that was on my craft space so that I could record today. So, quilt retreat, kids started school. My husband and I, in September was our anniversary. And this year, instead of Mexico, we went to Dominican Republic. So that was fun. I still miss Mexico though. I kind of want to just go there every year. But Dominican was still fun. It was cool. Let's see. I've been working a lot more than I want to. But my stitchy bug has returned. I did, in October, one of my cross stitch groups did Knocktober, which you could do, like, knock out those finishes or fully finished stuff that you have not, that's been sitting, waiting to be fully finished. So how about we start with that? Let's start with my fully finishes. I did 5, and I'm pretty proud of them. Although I'm not going to show you the back of one of them because... Anyway, so here is one of my first ones. This is from Satsuma Street. If you have ever seen a Satsuma Street, you know this is Satsuma. So this is Autumn Bird, and I made a pillow. Look at that. I made a pillow. So this one's been sitting up. I will say I did get very into indoor plants now. Not Emily C. indoor plant lady, but I have one pothos. And then I have like 40 succulents probably. So I have one actual houseplant and the rest are succulents. And right now I am starting a cactus from seed. So I gotta have dirt to play with apparently in the winter. Apparently I'm a dirt person. I have no nails thanks to work. But they're clean right now, so this is perfect. So anyway, Satsuma Street, Autumn Bird, made a pillow. And then this, actually I'll show you the other pillow first. How cute is that? I think this is Tiny Modernist? I think so. I'll look and see. You guys are probably like, we know exactly what it is. But yeah, so I finished this with a diagonal stripe it was from a Halloween charm pack that I have. That's so cute. This one is on a 16 count. It was a leftover piece of fabric from my Fox and Friend from Teresa Kogut. So I do remember that part at least. This was on a 32 count something. And then I'm super proud of this guy. So this is not available. If you want it, I'm so sorry. You can try and find someone selling the kit on, I was going to say the black market, but this is something pumpkin. My God, hands-on design. Philosophical pumpkin. It was a charity kit to raise money for the Special Olympics. And I finally FFO'd it. I finished it last year. But I was terrified to finish it. So I'm not going to show you the back of it because there's some wonkiness happening, but there you go. I told my kids they couldn't touch it because this right here is very precarious. Very precarious. But I love it, and it turned out really good, and it sits up on my mantle, and I tell the kids that if they touch it, then I know how to dig a hole. I will dig them a hole in the backyard. So this was the easiest, quickest finish ever. This is from Hands On Design. It's called Rise and Grind. This is on a 28 count Monaco. It's one of the first, not like the first thing I stitched, but very early in my stitching. So I probably did this in like 2020. Finally finished it. This is literally just I got this at Hobby Lobby. I don't even know what's underneath here, but this was a clearance, like hanging frame. It's kind of recessed a little bit, so I just literally cut a piece of mat board and some batting, and I just attached it all together and stuck it in here. So this sits up by my husband's coffee pot. And then another hands-on design that I finished. If Pumpkins Could Fly. I love this one. My kids liked seeing this one up too. This had some really stupid saying on it. I don't even remember what it said, but I think I found it at Michael's maybe. I don't know. It's just like it goes in a little bit. It was a hanging like long way thing with some like just really stupid, ridiculous saying on it. But I just used a piece of fabric on mat board and then mat board batting, stuck it all together. And it might not be super straight and it's a tiny bit loose, but I don't care. It's in there. It's not coming out. So those were my fully finishes in October. I didn't have any other fully finishes the rest of the year, but October, you know, I did. So let me move these over here. And then, so I had two, there. As far as I know, I had just two other finishes. Let me just check to make sure because, so this is what my August looks like. There's legit, I mean, the only thing I write in here is stitching, or knitting. September, I mean, not too much better. However, in September, I started a chart and could not stop stitching it. And I love this so much. And I'm fairly certain this is Tiny Modernist. If I'm wrong, I will put it up on the screen if I don't forget. But this is on a piece of 16 count Aida that I dyed forever ago. And it's called Halloween Terrarium. And it's so cute. I legit could not stop stitching this. I started this on a Sunday and I finished it on like a Saturday. Yes. I started it Sunday, September 3rd, and I finished it on the 9th. Of course, I didn't fully finish it, but I love it. I want to stitch all the terrariums now. All of them. So that one was a start to finish since the last you saw me, which has been a while. And then this one, I don't even need to show you the cover page because I have it. This is Spring Awakening. I started this like way back in 2020. I finished the fall one. I still have winter and summer to go. But so this one's finally done. And actually, I'll pop a picture up in front of my face of what it looked like the last time you guys saw it. So it is finally done. All the back stitch, all the cute stuff. I hope that's easy to see because I'm a little out of practice. So I'm waiting until I have all 4 of these done so I can measure their final size and see if I can put them in a frame and just change them out for the season, or if I'm going to need to frame each of them separately. They're all on either 14 or 28 count, but I think the I think the stitch size is slightly different, I think. So let me make sure that's all I finished and I didn't forget to bring something up. Let's see. I think that was it. It is insane how little stitching I did in August. Even in July, I hit that quilt retreat and I just... Okay. So I did have a couple of new starts because I can't help myself. I finished some stuff. I fully finished some stuff. Now I got a new start some stuff. So Satsuma Street has a new stitch along, new-ish. The third part, I think, comes out this week. There's 4 parts. It's called Winter Woods. And I did not go shopping for called for fabric or even really all that close. It was either kind of like a dark teal color or like a navy. I'm using Whimsical from Bestitch Me. And this definitely gives me like winter night sky vibes. But I've only started the first part. I have not started on the second part yet. So, ooh, look at this fabric. It's amazing. All right. So, there it is. That's what we're working with so far. Right where this big red circle is, that is a polar bear's butt. So, I'm going to have to pull this back out so I can get this block done soon. Because I love it. So, I started that one, which is funny because I still haven't finished the 4 Elements sal. I mean, I'll get there eventually. Then, that was the only thing I had started up until yesterday. Yesterday, I wasn't feeling that good and I decided not to work yesterday. And instead, I was like, you know, I want to stitch winter. Now, of course, I have 1 or 2 winter projects, but I didn't want to stitch on those. I wanted to start new ones. So I started Hello Winter from Plum Street Samplers. Now, the called for fabric for this is from R&R Reproductions. And it's a 36 count beach brew. Well, now I wasn't going to go out and buy a piece of fabric just for this little old chart. So I grabbed this piece of 32 count blush from Bestitch Me. It's gorgeous. And yes, it is a light pink. So yesterday I started this and now if you've followed me for any amount of time, you know that I'm not a center starter, but I wanted to be able to put this in a nerd hoop and not have to continually move it or have it sitting over the stitching. So, and those are bird legs. They were in black like his eye, so I just stitched the legs too. Because I don't mind carrying my floss around the back. But you can probably see where the nerd hoop was. So I wanted to make sure that I'll just put it in this exact same spot every time. So that way if they're... I know sometimes nerd hoops can have a rough edge or you kind of tug it when it's a little too tight. You know, to make the fabric a little tighter and it can kind of distort some of the threads. So with this being linen, I just really wanted to make sure that I didn't ruin any fabric I was going to stitch over. And I'm doing a color and cotton conversion, just my own little conversion. So I have, oh, and then 1 Victorian motto, because I had a skein of black Victorian motto, and I was like, eh, cool. We'll use that. Oh, and then my white is Classic Colorworks because I had 2 skeins of Snowball. I wasn't sure how much white I was going to need, and I didn't want to run out. So here are the colors I chose. There. There's my colors. So they're still prim, but their stash, which makes it even better. All right, and then this is in a bag that I made. I don't know if you guys saw it, but it's got Christmas cats on it. And I love it. This looks like my whiskers. Actually, so does this, because he's an orange tiger. Yeah, that one does kind of look like Zoe, except she's more gray calico than just gray, but she's feisty. So, I'm going to run out of space probably. My next start. This I was calling my belated birthday start because my birthday was on Sunday. And my husband and I, oh yeah, we went to the Red Wings game at Little Caesars Arena, and it was amazing. It was a great game. And we got to see some of his old college buddies, like later on. So we had a great time. But I never did a birthday start on Sunday because we were driving back from his mom's house. So yesterday I decided I was going to start Bella Filipina Holly Berry Pixie. And I had already ordered all the beads and specialty threads for this. So I'm just pulling DMC out of my stash. But I am using a, hold on. I thought I stuck the tag in here. Did it fall? My son was playing, oh yeah, it's right here. My son was playing with the picture on this and I go, you can't take that out of there. So it's a 28 count Cupid from Be Stitch Me. And I think this is going to look amazing. I put it on my roller frame. So, there's my start. Last night, I got a start. This fabric is the shit. I love it. I love it. So, I am missing a few colors. I'm going to have to go digging in my other boxes. And I need to find a holiday or wintry needle minder because I don't know where all my needle minders are, but I couldn't find one for this, so my needle is literally like sticking. You see how loose this is? Right here? This is what I meant about asshole kids. I had this thing nice and taut and perfect, and I took a shower last night, and I don't know what they were doing, but they knocked my Ravelry frame cockeyed, my magnetic board, because I can't figure out how to put the stupid chart into Pattern Keeper, even though I scanned it in as a PDF. So I gotta use paper, so it's on a magnetic board, so I can highlight it. They hit this and somehow stretched the fabric. Like you can see, it's nice and tight right here. It's not over here. It's all loosey-goosey. Like, bleh. Roller frames have little tiny nails that hold it in. So this was all exactly the same. It was perfect. Needless to say, they spent a lot of time in their room last night. So, but those are the berries at the top. Once again, started in the center. But you kind of have to with that one. I mean, I don't know how you would start top left on that. I figure I'll start in the center and I'll just work the berries, and then I'll work the sides down as far as I can until I get where I can count from her wings over to her head. And then that way I can just continue to work in the frame and roll it up. And I'll do the specialty threads and roll them in, but I'm not going to do the beading until the end. Because I'm not going to roll beads up into here. Oh, who knows what they'll end up looking like. Be a disaster. So this one is in another Christmas cat bag. It just has different edging or binding. Oh my, it's like I don't even know what I'm talking about. All right, and so then my final new start, this was a while ago though. I'll put the picture up here, is a Heaven and Earth design. It's called Mini Magic Autumn. And I love it. And it is, I'm doing it on a 28 count easy grid. And this is what I've got so far. It's a lot of confetti, but I love it. And I worked on it a ton, especially when the leaves started to change. I had to. It was just calling to me. So I'm pretty much working in diagonals. I mean, if there's some stitches that are left, I will like move them over. Obviously, this is not big. it goes to about here, I think. I want to say it's like right here. So it's not super wide. It's longer, but on 28 count, it's small. Okay. So how about some whips? Because I think that's finally all of the stuff that I started. I will show you my full coverage ones first because they're precarious. So if I have a picture from the last time approximately that you guys saw it, I'll pop it up. But if I don't, then I'm sorry. But it's been a while. Okay, so this is Mini Home for the Winter. Oh, Mini Magic Autumn is by Genovia Art. And then Mini Home for the Winter is Lucy Pittaway. It is retired. She does not sell her artwork on Heaven and Earth Designs anymore. So here's where it was last time, if there is something. And there we are now. Hopefully. There we go. Now, I know it's hard to see, but I've stitched a ton of white. I hope you guys can see all that white, because I'm pretty much working diagonal on this one too. The entire top half is done. So now I'm working in the bottom half. But, yeah. I was forcing myself to stitch white before I got to the bird. I was like, stitch all the white around the bird, then you can do the bird. So I'll finish the bird's wing, and then I'm going to stitch as much of the white as I can, and then I'll do his belly, because his belly's red. So that one is on a 27 count Ivory Lugana. It's either a 25 or a 27. This one is Mini Casa, artwork by Jeremiah Kentner. Also retired because he doesn't sell his artwork through Heaven and Earth Designs anymore. But I love this one because it's all the purples. So here's where I was last time. And that's where I'm at now. Lots more umbrella done. And her cute little, I don't know, like piggy buns are coming out. So this one, I'll do the same. I'll just work all the way across and then I'll roll it up. And this one's on a 28 count also. Another roller frame. I love the roller frames. I love them. And then this one, so it's been a while since I worked on this one, but I did work on it this summer for something. Probably some sort of challenge. And it's funny because I couldn't figure out where these scissors were until I grabbed this piece and I was like, I have a hair somewhere on my face. I was like, oh, there my scissors are. So this is from Charting Creations. The artist is Ruben McHugh and it's called Christmas Pixie. This is not a mini, this is a regular size. It'll be 16 by 16. But I love it. So hopefully down there you can see where it was before. And I honestly don't know. I think I was working a lot in this flower and a little bit outside of the flower, but hopefully you can see down below where I was before. Because since this one's so long, I'm just going to have to do like the top and bottom split screen. So this fabric is super loose. I wish this was a roller frame. But once I get this top part done, I'll be able to roll it a little more because it's pretty close to the edge. I don't know why I did that. I don't know. Apparently I wasn't thinking. There is like a hair. I don't know. Maybe my mustache has grown into my lip. I don't know. That's what happens when you're old. I'm 44 now. Okay, so the rest are just whips. And I'm not going to do like haul or anything. I have a ton of beautiful flosses and fabrics. But if you watch any other Flosstuber that has a Color and Cotton or Be Stitch Me subscription, you've already seen them. So, I think this might be my oldest WIP. This is Halloween and Cross Stitch from Courtney Bedicore. And this is on a 28 count Monaco. I did work on this one quite a bit, beginning of October, end of September, I think. So here's where it was before. There's where it is now. You know, I wonder if I'm doing the pictures backwards from the way I normally do them. I might be. So you can see I got a little bit of the scissors done and all of this except for the white fill-in. Like that whole thing around the pumpkin is filled in with white. And I've said this before, but in case you are new here, I hate this fabric. I hate 28 count Monaco. It is tight. I mean, it's thick. I just don't like it. I don't like it. So really, I need to just like slog through and get this sucker done. Oh, I know I pulled it out for Whip Go. I'm almost caught up with Whip Go, by the way. I think I have 2 projects that don't need that much more stitching to meet the goal. That makes me pretty proud. I worked on Tea by Nora Corbett. And that one looks like this. And it is on a Be Stitch Me fabric, of course. It's a 32 count, no name. But, so here's where it was before. And there it is now. So, you guys know how much I've gotten done. I can't remember. I want to say that I didn't have much of her done before when you guys saw it last. But here's the whole thing. That's just beautiful. I love stitching on it. And I have a feeling this winter, I will be stitching a whole lot more because I won't be outside. Except for like shoveling snow. I'll go outside and shovel snow. If you're new here, I live in Northwest Indiana. Snow's like our thing. I'm right on Lake Michigan. Okay. This is Deck the Halls from Satsuma Street. And where am I? I'm in the middle. I'm on that tree right there. This is another Be Stitch Me because I love her fabrics. And it is Portobello. It's a 32 count Portobello. So here's where I was before, if I have it. This one I do not know if I have. And then that's where it is now. Wait, did that even come out right? That is where it is now. Who knows? But yeah, I mean, these colors are awesome. Sorry for that giant wrinkle right in the middle. Love it. Love it. And I wish I would have started it a little farther over so I had more of this fabric. Use for something else. It's alright. I'll find something skinny I can stick over there. Okay. This poor thing. So, this is Lily 1 by Light Unicorn Designs on Etsy. And it is, so this fabric is purple. It's called Lotus. But I don't know. Does that look purple? If I lift the whole thing up, it's not going to look purple. It's a very light lavender color. Let me just tighten this guy up a little bit so he's not all saggy. And here's where it was before, if I have it. There you go. So that probably is blowing out or does not look lavender at all. It might look gray. I still have a lot to go on this. I legit thought that I was, when I started this, I was like, oh yeah, I can finish this for our anniversary. I'm pretty sure I started this in 2021, intending to have it done in September of 2021. I know. No. I still have a lot to do. That's okay. I had, just in case you missed the backstory from, years ago, I had lilies in my bouquet when my husband and I got married. I wanted to do this, frame it, and hang it up in the corner where, like, our little wedding wall type thing, which still has not come to fruition, but will eventually come to fruition. So, just want to play in the dirt. All right. And if you've seen other people work on this lately, I am not surprised, because it is that time of year to bring out Quaker pumpkins. Hello from Liz Matthews. Now, I've gotten quite a bit of this done. It was on my Whipco board, which helped. But this is a 32 count vanilla latte. You guessed it. Be stitch me. So here's where I was before. And that's how far I've gotten. I have like a pumpkin and a half left. And a crow or a blackbird. And a little bit of border. Because I am not doing the words at the bottom. I moved the border up. Oh, sorry. If you can hear my stomach, it's growling. I'm ready for dinner and it's not even close to dinner time yet. So yes, I love it. I'm very excited about it. This, I did a conversion with Victorian Motto threads. I just love it. But I'm looking forward to getting it done so I can fully finish it. And then it won't look quite so weird, I think. Because everyone else sees it with the words, or with Megan from Georgia Girl Stitching, with her conversion that says Autumn Blessing, maybe? I think. I think I saw someone to give thanks on it. But yeah, I'm just leaving the words off completely. Generally, I don't mind stitching words. I just felt like I wanted the Quaker pumpkins. I didn't want, like, all the other stuff. So this one, I started stitching this with Crystal Rowe. Hey, Crystal, how's yours going? We started stitching it, and then, oh my gosh, Crystal, was it the beginning of this year? Crystal's mom had a lot of medical stuff going on. So this was basically a start along, because both of us fell off the wagon hard on this one. I did a floss conversion with color and cotton, and my fabric is a 32 count sand dollar from Be Stitch Me. Here's where it was before. Oh my gosh, hello wrinkles. Sheesh. I don't know what happened to this. It's like somebody chewed on it. And there's where it is now. I got more of his little face done. That's it. It's just so sad. So I keep coming back to this, and I'll be like, oh, I like the colors I chose. And then I'll be like, oh, I don't know. And then I'm like, oh, I like the colors I chose. And then I go, oh, I don't know. So, I'm just going to roll with it. I'm not going to pull them out. This is a great fabric. So I'll just stick with it. But he's more of like a greenish gray on here. And I couldn't really find a color. Plus, the more I look at this chart now, the more I think I'm not going to put Winter Hot Cocoa in. I might just put like winter. Because I'm already not doing the back stitching on the cups to say hot and cocoa. It looks weird. It looks like she just tried to shove the back stitching on there. I might backstitch like little designs, like the mugs have like little zigzags or stripes or something like that. But yeah, I don't know. They're just cute. I just like the cute animals. So I might just put winter on it. Okay, last one. Last one, look at that. This is Dog's Declaration from Ink Circles. Love it. I am doing this on a 22 count, I think. Hold on. Where's my tag? Where'd my tag go? There it is. It's Bestitch Me. But it is a 22 count Ada. Not another sampler. Of course, I did I don't floss drop. But I will put my color and cotton on a ring. I bobbinate. I just don't bobbinate my hand-dyed floss. So I did a color and cotton conversion. So far it is going swimmingly. I love it. The last time you guys saw it, hopefully, is right there. And here it is now. It is so much fun to stitch. It is so much fun. I love it. Now, you'll see right here, see that little black dog? That's my Bella dog. I don't know. I don't think I had said anything. I'll just hold it up while I talk about Bella. I don't think I had said anything about Bella. I don't know if she was having as many issues as she's having now. Her hips are awful. It's just not an option to do a double hip replacement on her. She's only 4.5. But she is, sometimes she uses both legs, but rarely. Usually she only uses her left. I have been tempted to ask the vet, like, will it help her if we just take her right leg off at the hip? But I don't know if her left hip is as bad as her right. If it is, it's not going to make any difference. So she's on pain meds. She's on like gabapentin, which is actually a human pain med, but is also good for dogs. And we've been battling for the last 2.5 months probably. She had a bladder infection that they misdiagnosed as a UTI. And now that they know everything that's going on, she does have a UTI. So she's been on meds for that, and I've been feeding this dog ice cubes like crazy so that she will stay really hydrated. But that leads to me having to clean the carpet a lot because she sneaks out of Evan's bed at night, pees on the carpet, and then goes back to bed. So I had to put her in the crate last night. I was like, I can't. I was setting my alarm to get up at 3:30 to let her outside so she wouldn't pee on the carpet. And then the night before last, she got up at 3 and peed on the carpet. And I was like, I can't. I'm exhausted. I can't do it anymore. So she goes in the crate. She doesn't pee in the crate. But I feel bad because she doesn't get to snuggle with her boys either. So this month is definitely looking much better. Much, much better. And since we're only at like 45 minutes, why don't I just go ahead and show you my knitting real quick? So I have a couple of things. Ooh. However, there is one knitting finish that is upstairs. I'm not going to go get it, but I'll show it to you guys next time. I started a hat for my husband after I finished my 22 cowl. If you're on Ravelry, you can go check it out there. But my husband picked this yarn out of my stash. It's called Joshua Tree. It's from, I think it's Madeline Tosh. Nope, yep, it is. Madeline Tosh Euro Sock. Joshua Tree. So, I'm making him a Musselburgh hat which is super cool if you're into knitting hats. So you start with the crown like this, and then once you get, you can use any weight yarn and any size needles. You don't measure your gauge until you've got like a good inch down where you can measure across and see how many stitches per inch you have. And then there's instructions based on your stitch gauge, which is awesome. So this is the top of his hat. It looks like a little, oh my gosh, it looks like a little infant hat right now. I'm way done having babies. Anyway, it does. It looks like a little baby hat. So, he really liked this color. So what I do is I will knit this until it's the right circumference, and then I will just keep knitting long, and then I will decrease down. The hat folds inside itself, and then you flip it up. I'll put up a picture of what it looks like. But yeah, so I've got my start. He liked the green. And these are, I love these needles. They're Likey needles. The driftwood ones. I love them. This is a, what ones are these? 9-inch? No, they're 16s. They're 16-inch circular. I did start Magic Loop. And then my oldest son picked this yarn out of my stash, which I had originally started to make a pair of socks out of. It's Cascade. So I ripped the socks out. And, it's Cascade. Oh, it's a fingering weight. But he wants his hat out of this. So when I get done with my husband's hat, I will start his hat. Evan is still undecided at this point. Plus his hat from last year still fits. This is a bag that I made. I chose this one because the canvas on the bottom kind of matches my husband's yarn. So I have to tie it up though because my cats are jerks. Okay, and then I worked on my hat. Ooh. I will, Joji Locatelli Change Your Mind beanie. This is what it looks like. Hers. And I'm using Goosey Fibers. One is, Bygones. And the pink one is Carolina. So Bygones, Carolina. And it is just Goosey sock. So that's what it looks like, which is kind of funny, but the brim folds up. So this is where I was before. See my little marker? It's a little, there. My chair just slid. There we go. So anyway, that's where I was the last time you guys saw it. I was still working on brim. So now I'm in the lace. So this will be a lace pattern all the way up. And then the brim will fold up. Like this. And this is in a Japanese knot bag that I made. And then my sweater. My sweater's almost done, you guys. So, the last time you guys saw it, I was right there. I was still working on the body. So this is Peach Fuzz by Melanie Berg. So there's my little elephant stitch marker with its little ladybug wings. And this is an oversized sweater. But I did all of this, the ribbing. I did a sleeve. This is really hard to do. And then I've started on my other sleeve. I wouldn't say started. I'm like halfway done with my other sleeve. I'm very excited. And hopefully I will have it done in time to wear for Thanksgiving at my mother-in-law's. So I am using Miss Babs. There go all my full coverage. It's Miss Babs Yowza DK. I love it. So I'm using cattail, peppercorn. Oh, sorry. White peppercorn. Japanese maple, and what was that one called? I don't remember what the pink one was called. He was like blush or shoot, I don't know what happened to the tag. Because this is cattail, Japanese maple, white peppercorn. It's on my Ravelry project page. I'm Candace K31 on Ravelry. How crazy that I've had my Ravelry for, I don't even know, 13 years? That's nuts. But anyway. Love my sweater. And this is in a bag that I purchased from, I believe you pronounce her name, Tanai Casey. Tannei Casey. She makes amazing bags. Could I make it? Yes. Would it look this good? Maybe. But I love supporting people that make great bags. Okay, so I think, oh, here, I'll show you this. I got some yarn from a chick that knits. She was having a sale, may still be having a sale, I'm not sure. But I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to make. I knew that I kind of wanted to make another, like, short sleeve sweater, which I've done. It's, I can't remember the name of it now. Hohi Locatelli did it as a collaboration with Madeline Tosh. It is on my Ravelry. Lounging tee. That's what it's called. The lounging tee. So I don't know if I'm going to make another lounging tee with this or something else. But whatever it is, it's going to take 3 skeins of fingering weight yarn. So this is, Bramblebee Deluxe Sock. It's an extra fine superwash merino and nylon. But I have about not quite 1,200 yards. Probably right around like 1175 to make something with this. Now I could always add another yarn to do, like, if I was going to do something with a stripe or whatever. But I love it. Oh, look at the golds in there. Love it. So, yeah. Otherwise, trying not to shop because I don't need to. I have my fabric and my floss. That I even knocked my floss club down to the 5 skein instead of the 10 because I have so much color in cotton floss. But I love it and I use it, so I'm not giving it up. And then Be Stitch Me's fabrics are just, like, amazing. When I see other hand-dyed fabrics in person, I generally will purchase some. Like I bought some Atomic Ranch. Where were we? I don't remember now. But I know at StitchCon, I bought some Atomic Ranch and some Grace Notes fabrics. But yeah, I just really love Be Stitch Me's fabrics. So I'm going to call that for now. Next time I'll show you the stuff that I did on Quilt Retreat and after I got back, because I did a little bit of sewing after we got back. And hopefully, I'm so thirsty now. Oof, I don't talk to people this much anymore. Hopefully, Maybe I'll have made a Christmas pillow. I have an idea for a Christmas pillow that I want to make. I saw it. It was offered as a kit that then sold out on it's a local quilt shop, but not local to me. And I was kind of bummed, but I think I can recreate the pillow. So we'll see. If I can. If I can't, then you won't see it next time. Yeah. So quilting, my finished knitting. Hopefully my sweater will be done the next time you see me. I'm going to attempt every other week. I think right now, every week would not work well for me. I thought about doing monthly like other people do, but then they end up being kind of long. And sometimes you just need a short, like 20-30 minute video, which this one is not. But I have noticed, sorry, I know we're getting close to an hour now, but I've noticed that a lot of people that I have subscribed to for Flosstubes have not recorded in like 8 to 10 months. So I wasn't the only one that hit a snag in the flow of life. There's a lot of people that have taken breaks on their Flosstube channels. So if you're one of them, things just keep falling over. If you're someone who's taking a break, hi, I see you. I get it. If you ever want to come back, you can. It's not as hard as it looks, except for the mess afterward. I'd rather just go stitch. I don't want to clean up now. But yeah, if you're not making Flosstubes, hopefully you're still sharing on Instagram, because I do wander over there occasionally. I don't post as much as I used to, but I feel like social media kind of drains my brain a little bit. So I try and, stay present. So anyway, that's it. I am not going to do like the fancy intros and outros anymore. It takes up time that I don't want to use. Like, I'm not in this for subscribers and likes and comments and the money or anything like that. I do it because I like to chat with you guys, and I like to see what other people are working on, or if somebody sees something that I've done and it inspires them. Amazing. I do like reading comments though. So if you feel like saying hi, feel free. I finally figured out how to like videos for my TV now. I feel so old. But I still will connect my phone to my TV so that I can comment. Because I don't know how in the world I would comment on my TV. Would you have to like scroll over to each letter? No. I just connect it to my phone. And then that way they're connected. I can, if I say, oh, I want to make a comment, just grab my phone, open it up, make my comment, hit send, done. And I continue to watch on my TV. So that's it. I hope you guys have a wonderful couple of weeks, and Thanksgiving is next week. And hopefully I will see you guys probably either the last week in November or the very beginning of December. Have a great day, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.